Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, brother was under the weather, so I didn't chime in on the big fight of the weekend. The biggest one of the weekend had to be the living legend, Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Now, y'all know I call Devin Haney the living legend because, damn it, that's what he is. He's a living legend. For those who pay attention. Most of us do pay attention, but some of us act like we don't. Now, y'all know here I call boxing BTBG, right? It is what it is. Beat the black guy. So therefore, you know, it is what it is in boxing. And that's probably why Devin Haney is so hated, because he seems to be moving the correct way, trying to fight the hardest fights. And people don't like that. People like to anoint people, you know. In this fight right here, Devin Haney was the underdog, all right? Just to give you some, you know, make a relative for you, you know, put it in your face. When was the last time Canelo Alvarez was a underdog in a fight? Probably Gennady Golovkin won, right? Then he lost it, basically. So those kind of fighters aren't underdogs, right? This guy's fighting a fight, going to the hardest division, like he did to 140 division. He went straight at the most dangerous guy, who was Regis Prograis, dominated him. He goes straight to the hardest guy at 147 when he goes up there, and Brian Norman Jr. Now remember, he was trying to fight Boots Ennis, Teofimo Lopez, anybody who would say something. Brian Norman Jr. stood up and said, I got it. And people thought Brian Norman Jr., because of the power, was going to do something. People thought that Devin Haney, because of the Ryan Garcia fight, was going to have some kind of issues, right? Now, he's playing it safe. Yeah, why shouldn't he, right? People said that the Jose Ramirez fight was his worst fight and stuff like that. I don't see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it like that. I don't care what the media says. The media, this is New Russia. The media, you have channels, right? News channels that just spit hate the whole day. And it's legal in New Russia. Other countries, that's not even legal to do that. So my point is, they're not telling you what's really going on with the Devin Haney, right? New Russia doesn't like any boxers of color. I can tell you, no matter what that they fight, what style they fight. Deontay Wilder, didn't like him. Exciting, talked, did everything. Floyd Mayweather, couldn't hit him, just, you know, baddest person you saw. Andre Ward, soft-spoken, intelligent, wasn't the most talented in the world. Hard work is what made him do what he did. And a heart. Didn't like that either. Terrence Crawford, don't like that either. Awesome fighter. Some of these fighters, they are called boring. It's boring to watch a black guy beat somebody's ass. No one's coming to see that. So therefore, nobody, nothing. A black athlete is not going to be heroes. You're not supposed to have black heroes in New Russia. Damn it. So let's just get it clear. Let's just get that clear. So you could, all these channels that are writing ridiculous stuff like he didn't engage in the fight, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. It doesn't matter what he did. Deontay Wilder knocked people out that was 30 pounds heavier than him. They didn't like him either. You understand? There's no remedy, right? Unless your genitals get smaller and you don't age well, or you're just an ass, or, you know, something like that. Then, as long as those things are there, they're not liking anybody of color. Lamar Jackson, you know, just give somebody else a damn MVP in a season where this guy does historical things, and just talk about him not winning a Super Bowl. Doesn't matter, guys. It just doesn't matter. So Devin Haney did what he had to do to beat Brian Norman Jr. Beat him, right? Knocked him down, and just didn't try to go for the kill so he'd get caught with a left hook. So he just outpoints him, right? Fight for another day. Win this fight, Brian Norman Jr. goes back and beats some other people, get a couple of belts, and they can fight for Undisputed or something again or whatever. But at the end of the day, win the damn fight, right? And what irks them? No, he still hasn't lost against a white guy. You got one, you know, get one. And stop just hating on the dude for no reason. You know, Devin Haney doesn't even talk that much. It's just pops, right? Devin Haney, they say, oh, he imitates Floyd Mayweather and whatever. Well, imitate somebody. Imitate the best one of all time. So what? You imitating Floyd Mayweather. You're winning like him. You know, there's always something, right, to not like the guy about. Who gives a damn? Guys, here, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't really care what those kind of people say, right? That I don't. I've watched them long enough, decades. There's no more. I don't care what they say. I don't care at all about these kind of people. They're scum of the earth. Without them, this whole place would be better, right? They're never going to stop being that way, no matter what. Some people are starting to realize because things are happening to them, and they're starting to wake up when things happen to them. But as long as things happen to you, they won't care. It's in their loins. They can't do anything about it. And until New Russia categorizes this kind of behavior as a sickness so we can heal them, it won't. But as long as it's people that look like that are against people that look like you, it's not going to be considered a sickness. Because everybody, hey, here's a quote. If there was public lynchings, right? Public lynchings, I would be in the front row. That's a damn senator that said that just 6 years ago. White chick from Mississippi. Brown was her last name, right? Nothing happened to her. She got a high five from the president the day after. Those are the kind of things that people this is what they think. This is how they feel, right? That's why it's new damn Russia there. So who cares? Devin Haney and any other black athletes that are weak, they'll let you miss them by saying negative things about him. Devin Haney is a living legend. Damn, Terrence Crawford is a GOAT. Deontay Wilder was one of the hardest punches we had. Came out of nowhere, knocking people out, and was skinny with no skills. That's awesome to watch. His story is ridiculous to just start fighting because of his daughter was sick. That's a hero story. That's a movie, and I would say it all the time. Deontay Wilder's career is a movie, and it'll be a damn good one. But not in New Russia. They'll find something negative about it. You know what I'm saying? This is absolutely ridiculous. So there's not going to be any boxer of color that somebody from New Russia going to like, right? You got the Fox News of boxing, Boxing News 24. They going to say something negative about Devin Haney beating Brian Norman instead of just saying, hey, somebody come stop this guy, right? Somebody come stop this guy. Floyd Mayweather fights damn near identical to Lomachenko. Floyd is runner, Mayweather, or whatever you're going to call him. This other dude is the Matrix. Lost in his second fight. Put Lomachenko in. What did Lomachenko do? Second fight, put him in with Salido. Loses. Then he gets a shot in his third fight. Another title shot. So they can say, hey, he's the quickest champion ever. If you lose against somebody who got 13 losses, get to the back of the damn line. That's what happened to anybody else. So listen, people, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little feisty because I'm not doing good. But at the end of the day, Devin Haney dominates Brian Norman Jr., does legendary things like Devin Haney always does. This is nothing new, and it's not his best performance ever either. It's just one of them, right? His better performances are coming imminently. You'll see. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'll get back to y'all.